Hi guys, this is Saad Qureshi and today we're gonna create this dashboard in Power BI. But first, I would request you to please subscribe to my YouTube channel, hit the like button and share your feedback in the form of comments. So what are we getting from this dashboard? So we are getting revenue and profit by month, top 5 best selling products, top 5 worst selling products. Then we have applied filter on the basis of continents, North America, South America. Look at the impact. Now I can apply filter on the year as well, year 2022. Look at the impact on the dashboard. Okay, now just remove the filter. Okay, this is the dashboard without filter. Okay, so for this dashboard we'll be using this hyperstore dataset. So I have placed this dataset in my GitHub repository Power BI. So all you need to do is go here in my repository and download this dataset from here. Go here, click the dataset. Okay, then you have to go here and just click download. So this is going to download the hyperstore dataset. So what I will do, I will provide you the link of this repository in the below description. You just need to copy the link from the description and just paste it in the browser here. Okay, and then just download the dataset. So this is what we are going to make, and the first step is that we are going to perform some data transformations in Power Query Editor. So the next session is on data transformation. Welcome to Power BI Dashboard section 2. In this section we are going to load the dataset in Power BI. Let me show you the dataset which I am going to load, hyperstore dataset. So before loading the dataset in Power BI, I will do some transformations, like I want to remove these 3 extra rows from my dataset. Then I want to remove duplicate rows from my dataset. Then if you look at the column region country, I want to split this column into region and country. Then I want to split this particular column into segment and category. Okay, then if you look at the value United States, I want to replace the value United States to USA. Okay, so these are small little transformations that I want to do before loading this dataset in Power BI. Close this. Now I'm going to open the Power BI desktop and I'm going to go in the get data section in order to load the data in Power BI. I will open the Excel workbook, then select the all files option, then select the dataset. Okay, now since I want to transform this dataset first, I will click this transform data option. If your data is already transformed, then you have to click load. Okay, I will transform it first. Now this is the Power Query Editor tool which is used for data transformations. It has variety of different data transformations options. Okay, now I'm going to give you the examples. So first I want to remove these 3 rows. So what I will do, I will use this data transformation option, remove rows, remove top rows. Okay, and then number of rows, how many rows you want to remove. I want to remove top 3 rows, so I will give 3 and then I will click OK. So the second transformation that I want to perform is that I want to make the first row as my header. So what I will do, I will go here and use first row as headers. I will make the first row as my header. Then I want to remove duplicate rows from my data set. Look, these rows are duplicate. There are some other rows which are also duplicate. So in order to remove duplicates, I will go in remove rows, remove duplicates. This will remove duplicates from my data set. Okay, these are the changes that will be applied on my data set. Now if you look at the column segment category, I want to split this column into segment and category. Okay, it has to be 2 different columns. Now I'm going to select this column and I will select this option, split column by delimiter, and the delimiter I will specify here is the semicolon. In this case I will specify leftmost delimiter. Okay, now click OK. Now let's see the impact of this. Okay, consumer and furniture. Now this one is the segment and the other column is the category. This column is the category. But if you look at the category column, you will notice that at the end of every value there is a semicolon. So I want to remove this semicolon from this category column. So how I'm going to do it? Right click and replace values. So replace semicolon with space. Okay, replace with space. Click OK. This is going to remove semicolon. Okay, now these two columns have been transformed. Next I'm going to transform the region country column. I want to split this column into region and country. I will select this and I will click split column by delimiter. This time around I will specify the delimiter space because in between the first and the second value there is a space, and I want to split leftmost delimiter. Use this option and click OK. The first value is the region value and the second value is the country value. This one is the country value. Give the country, rename this column. Okay, it has been renamed. Now if you look at, there is value United States and USA. I want to replace United States to USA. So for that you have to select the column and then use this replace value function. Then you have to specify United States and go to the advanced option. After that, replace United States with USA. Go to the advanced option, match entire cell content. Okay, so once I'm going to click OK, it will replace United States with USA. Okay, it has been replaced. Now if you look at this particular thing, this is a data type of this column. So the data type is text. For this column, data type is text. If you look at the shipping date, the data type is date. Okay, it is in date. Delivery date, data type is also in date. Look, this is date. Okay, this is how you're going to check the data type of a column. Okay, now these are the two columns that I want to remove. These are the extra columns. How to remove the columns? Just right click and remove. And likewise I'm going to remove the extra column from my data set. So now my data set, these are the steps that are going to be performed on my data set. Okay, now the data set is ready to load. So before I load this data, there is one thing that I want to show. Go to the view section. So I want to discuss these three properties: column distribution, column profile, and column quality. Okay, first just click the column distribution. So if you look at the first column, product ID, so it is going to give me the information how many values are unique in terms of percentage, how many values are distinct in terms of percentage. If you analyze the segment column, there are three values: consumer, corporate, and home office. Now let's look at, there are 0% unique values, 3 distinct values. So all these 3 values are repeating. They are repeating multiple times. Okay. Now look at the category column. It has 3 distinct values: furniture, office supplies, and technology. All these 3 values are not unique. They are repeating. Okay. 0% unique, 3 distinct values. Okay. So this is what this property is all about. Now let's look at the column quality. This column quality information, the property is going to tell me how many values are valid in terms of percentage, error in terms of percentage, 0% in terms of error, 0% in empty value. Okay. Now let's look at all other columns. Okay. All values are 100% valid. There is no problematic value in my data set. Okay. Now let's look at column profile. If I click the column profile, and let me just analyze this particular column, revenue. So what is the maximum value in the revenue column? The maximum value is this, minimum value is this, distinct values, unique value. Let's look at if there is any empty value. No empty value. Okay, count this. Okay, this is what this property is all about. So now our data set is ready to load. So once we are going to load this data, all these properties will be applied. Okay, the moment I will click close and apply, all these properties will be applied on my data set and the Power Query window will be closed. Now let's just do it. close and apply. So my data set is loaded successfully. Now let's look at the table view of this data. Go select this data set and just click this table view. This is the table view. Okay, now this is the report view. In this section we are going to create different visualizations. This is the hierarchy view. Okay, I have only one single model. Okay, so in the next section we are going to create a dashboard in Power BI. Okay, welcome to section 2 of Power BI project. In this section we are going to create different visualizations. We'll create a dashboard. Okay, this is the report view. So we'll answer few business questions. Now let's look at what business questions we will answer. So these are the key insights that I want to get from my dashboard. Top 5 selling products, best selling products, top 5 worst selling products, then total revenue by segment, total revenue by category, then revenue and profit by month, last but not the least, revenue and units sold by month. So right now I'm in the report view section. So these are the different visualizations that I can create. This is the data pane. So first of all, what I will do, I will change the background of this report view section. It has to be in good color. Right now by default it is in white color. So what I will do, I'll just click this part over here and then I'll go to the format your report page and then look at the page information section. Page 1, I have to change the page name as well. So I'm going to change the name Hyper Sales Dashboard. Afterwards I'm going to change the background of this color. In order to change the background, I'm going to go to the canvas background and by default it is set as white. I'm going to change the transparency to 0%. Okay, and then I'm going to change the color. So what color I want to select, it is as per your choice what color you want to select, but I will select as per my choice. So I'll paste the color code here. So this is the color I want for my dashboard. Okay, now the color background color is set. Next I want the title. So in order to get the title, I will use this text box and I will provide the title name is going to be Hyper Store Sales Dashboard. So let me just increase the size of this font. I'll increase the size to 28 something. Okay, now let me just drag this dashboard over. Let me just do some formatting. Okay, so this is the title. So the title is set. So next I'm going to use this card. Okay, so I'll drag the revenue over on this field section. Just drag it over here. So I want total revenue. Okay, so I have to change the field name as well. So this is going to be revenue part. Let me just set the name to revenue. This is total revenue. Now I don't want these decimal points, so I will go in the visual, call out values. Okay, call out values, and I have to change the display units. Okay, value decimal places I have to set it 0 because I don't want this to be in decimal points. And let me just adjust the size of this card. And next I want, look at the edges. I want the edges to be rounded. For that I will go in the format your visual and I'll go to the general setting and I will go in the effect section. I will enable the visual border and I will rounded corners. I'm going to increase the pixel size to 15. This will make the edges in rounded. Okay, now next I will set the background color of this card. So where I will go to this section. I will go to the I will select this visualization. I will go to the format your visual and then I will go to the general setting, effect and the background. So background I'm going to set as no, I don't want to specify any color. I will set as default, which is white, and I will increase the transparency. I will increase it to 90%. Okay, look at the impact. Now I want to change the color of my title, the category labels, the revenue is the category label. Okay, so I want color from black to, I want to change it to white. This looks nice. Let me just bold this. It is looking nice. Now call out values, I want the color to be in white as well, so it has to be in white. Now it is looking much better, and I'm going to place it over right over here, and then I'm going to just decrease the size. Okay, this is how you're going to decrease the size. So if you want the same card again, what you're going to do, just select this, Control C and Control V. This is going to give you another card with same properties. You have to change the properties. Okay, you have to change the value, the field value over here. The second field value, I want the net profit, total profit. Okay, and I'm going to change the name of the field. This will be the net profit, this will be the name. It is in million. So look, it is not in decimal form because it has copied all the properties of this card. Okay, now look, it is looking nice. So likewise, I'm going to copy this and I'm going to paste it over here, and I will use the next unit sold. This time around I'm going to use this. Just cross this, I'm going to use the unit sold, total unit sold. Okay, so this is going to be my third card. Now I'm going to get my fourth card. So here in the field section, I'm going to put the unit cost over here. Okay, unit cost and unit cost. So next I'm going to adjust the size of this card. How I'm going to do it? Just click this, go to the format your visuals, general setting, go to the properties. I'll set height, I will set 113, and width I will set 198. Okay, and then I'm going to click this, and for this card I'm going to do exactly the same, 113 and 198, and then click the third card, 113 and 198, then 113 198. Okay, this is how I'm going to adjust these cards. Okay, now drag it over here and drag it over here, so all four cards are of same size. Okay, so the next information that I want to display in the form of chart is the total revenue and profit by month. For this I'm going to use the line chart. So just click the line chart and let me just place it over right over here. Okay, in the line chart, what information I want? Total revenue on x-axis, I want month. So go to this, and from here you're going to just fetch the month field and drag it over the x-axis. On y-axis I want total revenue to be displayed. Just revenue, just drag and drop it over the y-axis. Okay, secondary y-axis field is going to be net profit. Okay, this is going to be net profit. So this chart is going to display me the total revenue and profit by month. Now I'm going to change the title of this chart. Go to the journal setting, title, so revenue and profit by month. Let me just make the title to center. Okay, fine. Now let me just do some changes in my chart. Go to the format visual, go to the journal setting. Okay, effect, background, I'm going to increase the transparency to 90, and then I'm going to change the visual border. So I want the edges should be rounded, so I'm going to change the go to the effects. I want to change the visual border setting, increase the pixel size to 15. This will make edges in rounded. Now next, what I will do, I will change the properties of x-axis. So x-axis, I want the x-axis values to be in white. It has to be in white, bold white. Okay, fine. What about the y-axis values? it has to be in white. So do you want to display the title of x-axis? No, month is the title of x-axis. I don't want to display the title of x-axis. So what I will do, I will go to the x-axis section, title. This is the title of x-axis. Just disable this property. Okay, likewise I'm going to do it for y-axis. This is the title for y-axis, sum of revenue. I don't want to display it, disable it. What about the title revenue and profit? I want to change the color of this title. Just do it white color. It has to be in white color. What about these lines? I want to change the properties of these lines. Go to the lines, and what about if you select all, sum of revenue? What about sum of revenue? Color, I want to change the color to something else. It has to be a good color, visible color in my chart. What about the second, sum of revenue and sum of net profit, the second line? So I want to change the color as well. As far as the second line is concerned, it has to be white. White is looking better. Now it is looking better. Now what about these legends? I want the color, I want to change the color of these legends as well. Marker, just display the marker as well. No, data label, do you want to display the data label? No, I just don't want to display the label. What about the legends field? Just change the color. Okay, text, what about the color? It has to be in proper, let me just do it white. White is looking better. Okay, what about, okay, marker, all these settings are done and dusted. Shaded area, okay, this is looking better. What about the color of this shading area? Do you want this to be in any color? No, I just want to leave this as it is. This is looking better. Okay, now I will place this over here. Just like this chart, and go to the shaded area. I just want to increase the transparency, decrease the transparency level. Just decrease the transparency level at, okay, just decrease the transparency level. Okay, this is going to be revenue and profit by month. The next visualization that I will display is this chart, and in the chart I want to display revenue and units sold by month. For that I will be using this chart, line and stack column chart. Just drag and drop it over here. So on x-axis I'm going to put month. Okay, on y-axis I'm going to put revenue, total revenue. This is going to be the total revenue. Look, sum of total revenue. On y-axis I'm going to put units sold on y-axis. Okay, this line represents the units sold. This one is the y-axis part, secondary y-axis, line y-axis. This one is the line y-axis, sorry, not secondary y-axis. Now I'm going to format this chart. So journal title, the title I want revenue and units sold by month. Let me just make it center. I want this to be in white color. Okay, now right now it is not visible because the background color is white. I have to change the background as well. Go to the effect, background, increase the transparency to 90%. Next, go to the visual border, enable this option and increase the pixel to 15. Okay, this will make this in rounded form. Okay, now on x-axis the month values. On x-axis I want to change the color of the month values. Okay, values, go to the values and just go to the white, just select the white color. Okay, fine. So what about the legends? I want to change the color of legend as well. So I'm going to change the color to text color to white. Fine. And what about the y-axis part? Y-axis I'm going to change the title. I'm going to disable the y-axis title and values I'm going to change the color to white. Okay, it is looking better now. What about this line y-axis? Line y-axis, secondary y-axis. This one is the secondary y-axis. Let me just change. Title is already disabled. If I enable the title, this will come like this. Enable the value section and just change the color of the value. I'm going to change it to white. Okay, now title is already disabled. What about the bars? These bars have same color. I want these bars should have different colors. For that, what you will do, you will go to the columns, categories. Categories, look, January, February, March, April, May. Let's change the color of Jan. You can apply the conditional formatting as well. So I'm going to apply the conditional formatting on the slice filter, which I will tell you later. Okay, January is this color. What about, it should be something else. It should be this color. Okay, what about March? It should be yellow. What about April? It should be this color. And December. So let's remove this month label. Okay, just select the visual and go to the properties. Okay, on x-axis go to the title, just disable the title. Okay, now it is looking much better. So next we are going to answer top 5 best selling products and top 5 worst selling products. Now let's create visualization for these two business questions. So for these two business questions, I'm going to use this chart, stack column chart, and I'm going to, in the x-axis, I want to use the product name. So where is the product name in my section? Let's just drag the product name over here. On y-axis, I want the total revenue. Where is the revenue? Revenue, and I'm going to use the sum of revenue. So if you want to use the average, you can do it, but I want, in this case, I want the total revenue. Fine, let me just drag it over here, but I want top 5 best selling products. Okay, so for that I'm going to use a filter over here. Go over here and select the filter type to top n, and top 5, I want top 5 best selling products. Okay, by value, here I'm going to place the value revenue. Okay, this is going to give me the revenue, sum of revenue, top 5 products. Okay, apply filter. These are the top 5 products in terms of revenue. Now let me just change the title, and in order to get the title, in order to set the title, go to the title section, and here I'm going to provide the title name. This will be the title name, just, and set the color to white. And now I'm going to change the background color. Okay, go to the effects, background color, increase the transparency to 90%, and go to the visual border, enable the visual border, and rounded corner, increase the pixel size to 15. Okay, so now go to the x-axis. Now on x-axis, products are displayed. I want to change the color of products to white. Okay, fine. What about the title? I don't want to display the title, so I am going to disable this option. What about the y-axis? On y-axis, I don't want to display the title. Disable the title option, and then just change the color and bold. It has to be in bold. Likewise on x-axis, the values should be in bold. It should be in bold. Okay, so these are the top 5 best selling products that I want to display. So likewise, I want to display the top 5 worst selling products. Okay, top 5 best selling and the top 5 worst selling products. Okay, now in order to get the top 5 worst selling products, go to the filter and instead of top 5 I want bottom 5. So this is going to give me the bottom 5 products. So apply filter. Look, these are the bottom 5 products. Just do it. Now I'm going to change the title of this. Let me just change the title to top 5 worst selling product. So the next two business questions that I want to solve is total revenue by segment, total revenue by category. Okay. For that I'll be using this chart, donut chart. So the first one is going to be display me the total revenue by segment. Total revenue. First, let me just drag the total revenue with the total revenue values. Total revenue, sum of revenue. Legend, I want to display the segment, total revenue by segment. Okay. So now after this, okay, fine. Let me just, I don't want the values. So go to the legend section. Okay, legend is fine. Go to the slices. Okay, fine. I have to change the consumer to something good, nice color. I have to change the color to this, and let me just change the color to white, and let me just change this color to yellow. This is looking nice, but white needs to be changed. It will look good once the background color will be changed. Now let me just quickly change the background color, increase the transparency to 90%. This will change the background. Visual border, let me just change, increase the pixel size to 15. Okay, looking nice. What about the title? The title should be in white color. Okay, revenue, total revenue by segment, it has to be total revenue. Total revenue by segment, make it bold and looking good. Now I'm going to change the properties of legends and these values. Go to the legends, text, make it white in bold. Okay, this is looking better. What about the title? Yes, I want to display the title. This one is the title segment of legends. What about these values? So I want, this is done and dusted. Slices, color, okay, fine. What about the detail labels? Let me just see the properties of the detail label. Label content, I want to display the label content in terms of percentage of total, and the color should be in white color, in bold white color. Now it is looking better. Now total revenue by segment, let me just drag it over here. Total revenue by segment. Okay, now I'm going to copy this and paste it over here. All the properties will be copied. Okay, now this time around I want total revenue by category. Total, let me just quickly change the title, category, and fine, and select this visualization. And what I will do, go to this section and just cancel this. Now I want category to be in this field. Where is the category? Category, let me just search the category. This one is the category, legend. Go to the legend. Now it is displaying me in the form of category. These are different categories. Okay, go to the properties, slices, it has to be this color, and the second color this color, and the third color should be white color. Now what about total revenue by category? Okay, all other properties are replicated. Okay, now it is looking better. Top 5 best selling products, top 5 worst selling products. Okay, the title should be in bold. Right now the title isn't in bold, it has to be in bold. Just select this and just select the title. Quickly select the title and just convert the title to bold. All the titles have been converted to bold. Now let me just adjust this. Go to the properties. Okay, fine. Effect, increase the transparency level to 90%. Visual border, just increase the pixel to 15. Now look, let me just give looking nice and better. What about the text? It has to be in white color. Make it white. It is looking nice. So next I'm going to use this country column, and I'm going to convert the country column in different groups, in different continents. The reason I'm doing it because I want the continents to be used in filters. Okay, now let's just do it. So just click over here and just create a new group and country group, and let me just put Canada, Mexico and US in one group. Okay, and the name of group is going to be North America. And next I'm going to use Brazil in another group, and this time around the Brazil will be in South America. So click OK. Now I'm going to use this group in filter. So for that, in order to apply a filter, I will use this slicer. Let's just drag the slicer over here, and let me just drag the country over the field. Okay, this is going to be my filter, and let me just put it over here. Now I'm going to change the properties of this slicer. Go to the slicer style. I want tile style. Okay, good, nice, it is looking better. And let me just drag it over here. I just don't want the title thing. Okay, so in order to remove the title, what I will do, go to the visual options. Okay, fine, selection is this slicer header. Okay, this one, I just don't want the text. Okay, nice. What about the color? The color I'm going to change later. First I'm going to change the background. So in order to change the background, first I will go here, effects, go to the transparency, just increase the transparency, visual border, change the properties, change the pixel size to 15. Okay, now I'm going to change the color of this buttons. Go to the visuals, go to the pending icons, and right below here go to the values and go to the background, go to the bottom. Now let's just change the color. Let's just give this color, or maybe some other color which is looking better. Now just give this green color. Now I'm going to change the font color. So font color has to be in good color, in white color. Okay, it is looking better. So now I'm going to use one more slicer. This time around I'm going to put ear in the slicer. Okay, let me just use this slicer and let me just put ear in the slicer. Ear. This time around I'm going to go in the slicer setting. I'll go and drop down. I'm going to use the drop down, and let me just make it small and put it over here. So no, let me just put this ear over here. And let me just put it over here. Okay, now let me just change the color of this. Go to the format, slicer heading, pending icon, values, background, and let's just set the same color. Okay, background color. Okay, let's just set the same color. What about this? As far as this background is concerned, I'm going to go to the effect, increase the transparency to 90, visual border, just increase the pixel size to 15. I'm going to remove the ear. No, I don't want to remove the ear. I want the ear value should be in white color. So for that, what I will do, ear value should be in white color. Okay, this is looking better. What about this drag down? It has to be, just go to the here and go to the, and it should be in white color. Okay, now 2023. Okay, 2022 North America, South America. Look, I'm applying filter on these values. Just uncheck South America. This is the complete dashboard of complete data where no filter is applied. So next I'm going to apply the conditional formatting on these two charts. If you look at different bars over here, these are different product names. So all these bars have same color. So I'm going to apply the conditional formatting on this chart. Now let's look at how I'm going to do it. Select the chart and go to the format section, go to the columns, and category I want to select all category. Okay, here I'm going to select the option conditional formatting. Rule, so I have different options like gradient. You can explore these different options. I'm going to select rules here. Okay, here in my data set I want which field I want to apply color on the basis of different groups, and the group name is country group. Okay, if country group contains North America, so the color should be this. I have to apply another rule. If it contains South America, the color should be this. Okay, click OK. Now North America, same I'm going to do it for my second chart. Country group contains North America, contains South America, look, North America, South America. It is changing with respect to continents. Okay, the color is changing. Now you can apply filter 2022 South America, North America. Look, it is changing. Uncheck this option, South America, North America. Your dashboard is changing with respect to these two values, these two filters. Okay, look. So this is the final version of my dashboard, Hyperstore sales dashboard. Now the dashboard is ready to export. So now in order to export this dashboard to PDF, you will go in the file section, go to the export to PDF. This is going to export the dashboard in PDF. Okay, that's it from my side. I hope you are having a great time learning the Power BI dashboard. So I would request you to please subscribe to my YouTube channel, hit the like button and share your feedback in the form of comments. Have a great learning.